Good morning, and welcome to Broward Teen News.
Stay tuned to see how one program prepares students for their future.
And how our community united for a good cause.
I'm Reese.
And I'm Melissa.
And Broward Teen News starts now. With the new school year kicking off, there are many new faces here at Cooper.
Like our new football coach, who is serving as a catalyst for success.
The Cowboys have started off this new school year with a victory for the books. With the guidance and help of their new coach, they will continue to strategize on finding ways to dominate the field.
What inspired me to coach at Cooper was I grew up in Cooper City, played Cooper City Optimus, had a great experience there, and then had a great experience playing high school football here, and I just thought coming back to my hometown and trying to build it into a championship caliber team.
With standards set high, the coach has given a new perspective to the team, which has driven them to their first victory of the season.
You know, just to build these kids into successful people. It's not all about football. We're trying to have high academics, teach the kids discipline, hard work, leadership, and hopefully at the end of their career at high school, they'll have a chance to play college football. But if not, we just want them to be successful in whatever they're trying to accomplish.
With years of experience, Coach Carlisle has incorporated his own strategies when coaching the team.
My expectations for the team this year is just be competitive in every single game, and if we can do that, I think at the end of the year we'll have a chance of a district championship and hopefully a playoff berth.
Coach Carlisle is not only affecting his players on the field, but he is also impacting his players off the field.
He guided me to the right path on where to go, how to stay out of trouble, and just be welcome at Cooper City.
With the guidance of Coach Carlisle, we expect the whole 9 yards from our team as the season progresses. For CTV News, this has been Matthew Schwab.
I feel like every year there are new electives for students to enjoy.
Yeah, and many are beneficial to the students' future. One relatively new hospitality program is allowing students to become the professionals.
With many electives offered at CCHS, one overlooked course truly stands out. The Hospitality and Tourism program was introduced last year to Cooper and is hoping to grow.
So the program has 4 levels. Level 1, the textbook that we're using here, we're splitting it into year 1 and 2. So they really learn all about the technology used in the industry and the principles. So it's kind of like the basics. At the end of year 2, the kids will take an industry certification for front desk clerk. And then they can go work at any hotel with that certification. So great opportunity there.
This one is really cute.
With 4 years of coursework, one senior is compelled to complete the course faster than intended.
This year, my second year in the program, as a senior, I am working on a virtual program, which is all online. And being the only one on the program, it's running your own hotel and managing and coming up with the prices on each night for the hotel. Being the only one on the program is a lot of pressure on me because Miss Snyder this is her first year with the program, so we're both learning together. I am graduating at the end of this year. I have to advance myself in the program faster than everyone else so I can graduate with my certification and all of the requirements.
With this amazing opportunity
To be pushed, especially if you're a business.
and motivated students, we wish them the best of luck in all their future endeavors. For CTV News, I'm Melissa Luque.
So anytime you are shopping.
What an amazing opportunity to immerse yourself in this possible career path.
And that's not the only unique experience for some outstanding seniors. Let's take a look at how one senior is bringing his passion to the CCHS stage.
Even though the school year has just begun, CCHS thespians have gotten off to a quick start with the production of Almost Maine already in the works.
So Almost Maine is an incredible show. It's hilarious. It's all about love, and it's one of the most amazing shows I've ever been on.
But there is one thing that sets this show apart from many others done by thespians. One student is taking on a role larger than the lead.
Being a student director in the school play was definitely a really, really big honor to me, especially that I did it over the summer too. And I got I guess my first real taste at what the real world would be like if I was to do a theater career.
Despite being a student, Alex Broward has certainly earned respect from much of the cast.
The other students have responded actually very, very well to another student leading them. They see me as like someone who's very knowledgeable. They were like really into the idea of someone that's been around and know their way around the stage, teaching them and directing them.
With Almost Maine being basically entirely student-made, it makes for a noteworthy show. For CTV News, I'm Kayla Kissel.
It's truly amazing to see how much effort these students put into their productions.
Yeah, and I got the chance to see the unique opportunities that the show opened to its members before the curtains closed.
Okay? Oh, I don't care at all. Who's Villian, huh?
Summer vacation is a time for friends, ice cream, and swimming. But for the Cooper City Thespians, they spent a little less time in the pool and more time on the stage.
Let's do it then. Annabelle.
After the span of 3 months, our drama club is ready for their very first production of the school year, Almost Maine.
Almost Maine was our very first summer intensive that we've ever done. We rehearsed all summer. It's 9 scenes and 2 acts. And all of them go around the theme of the tangibility of love. And in every scene, love presents itself in a different physical object and in a different way. We had the first 2.5 weeks of school to adjust and put it on.
With adaptation and settlement being an integral part of theater, one cast member has taken that definition to a new level.
So normally I stage manage these productions, which basically means that I'm in charge of making sure everything happens at the right time and at a correct proficiency. And it also means that I'm just in charge of making sure everyone's where they need to be and that what needs to be happening is actually happening. As a cast member, I am now only in charge of really myself and what I'm doing. So I've switched from kind of being in charge of everybody and a lot of people to just being in charge of me and what I'm doing on stage.
Switching their traditional responsibilities in Thespians, both Rachel and Riley have been sure to help each other with their success both on and off the stage.
I've used this as an opportunity to help mentor Rachel, the stage manager, to make sure that it's, I'm not the only one who can do it because it's important to have multiple people who can do the job. So it's almost been like a very good middle ground for me because I've been able to help Rachel and assist her in stage manager tasks, but I've also had the opportunity to be a part of the cast and to act on stage, which has been really exciting for me, and it's given me a really cool, different perspective on Cooper City High School theater.
This is my first time in this position of stage manager, and Riley is just incredible. Anything I need, I ask her and she's there. She helps me organize myself and keep me sane, and she makes sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And as a cast member, I get the chance to give her notes and tell her to calm down and tell her what needs to happen as a performer, because it's a totally different experience.
With Almost Maine just around the corner, our Thespians are putting together their final touches one line at a time. For CTV News, I'm Reese Abrahamoff.
It's great to see how close students become through their activities here at Cooper.
Speaking of, I also got to see how one of our students uses school to overcome some recent struggles that have made her stronger.
High school is an obstacle that many students struggle to climb over. But for senior Joania Hernandez, the difficulties are more than just busy schedules and homework assignments.
When I was born, my mouth and my entire face had not really closed up, so I had a gap from my upper lip to my nose and from the side to my lower right eye and all the way up to my lower left eye, and I got really lucky that I got to keep my eye actually, because most people lose theirs.
Joania expressed that she seemed to become more confident in her skin as she grew older.
To a lot of people, JoJo is her appearance. To me, she's more than that. She is a really good person, and she's caring towards everyone.
But she finds herself still facing hardships in life beyond what she's already had to overcome.
One day, I came home after a sleepover and all my stuff was packed up. It was 2 weeks before I turned 18. And my mom basically told me to have a great life and shut the door behind me. Now that I'm kind of alone as far as when I leave campus, I've tried to make campus my home because I don't really have one. I have a bed, but a bed doesn't make a home. The people you care about do, and they're all here.
Through the support of the community she's found within the campus, Joania is proving that she can overcome any hardship with her peers by her side. For CTV News, I'm Reese Abrahamoff.
It's so amazing to see how our community can come together like that.
Yeah, and no matter their circumstance, our community is always willing to lend a helping hand.
Building in there yet, but
Rhea Rannon is a Cooper City woman who was diagnosed with breast cancer in March.
I am from Philippines originally, but I live in Guam. I just checked myself that I have something on my breast, and I just found it just a little bit. And then I just wait for like a month, and I thought it's gonna be gone, but after another month, it's getting big. And then I went to the doctor and checked on it. At first, I'm not that scared, but I'm nervous because I don't know what's gonna happen. And then I don't know what's gonna feel, or I don't know what's the process. But when I found out the process, everything is sync on me. It's scary. And I was so happy. I just got done.
Just recently, she had the opportunity to have a mastectomy, but she didn't do it alone.
This experience changed me in quite a way. First, I didn't know how many people actually have been through this experience. I guess no one really knows until they experienced it. Free, like overnight, you make.
Thanks to the love and the support of our hometown, Rhea and her partner Joseph were able to raise money and fundraise for the surgery.
So I have friends in the community that said we should do a fundraiser as soon as possible, and I said I'll pay until I can't pay anymore, which happened, and then we could no longer pay, so I started the fundraiser initially, and I really didn't expect as much support as we received, and that was from the community itself, which I was very surprised.
While still on her journey of fighting and overcoming cancer, Rhea is recovering from her recent surgery and feeling happier and healthier by the days.
So we're close enough where she can.
I feel better. I mean, I got just surgery, but I feel good. I mean, I can do stuff that I wanted to do.
First chemo.
For CTV News, this has been Kayla Kissel.
Coming up, we'll be taking a look at one outstanding 5K.
But we'll be right back after these announcements. You know, there have been some amazing events throughout the community.
Yeah, and one particular 5K really helped in spreading one group's message. Help can be found all around the community, whether it's at home or local activities. However, at one 5K event for the deaf, behind the speaker lies one individual who silently communicates a loud message. Acting as a liaison for both the deaf and the hearing, interpreters make communication less difficult for the two parties involved. However, interpreters are not the only ones that help the deaf community. With one middle school teacher, acting as not only an interpreter, but also an educator.
I help them with any content that they don't know, mostly math, and help them with any homework or assignments, and really just break down sometimes what they're doing in class to a level that helps them understand it.
How do they help me? There are interpreters who help me and teachers help me. They help me with my work. This is like study hall. I'm studying English and working on my sign language. And the teachers help me so that I understand.
This class helped me a lot because some of the questions in my homework I don't understand well. I need some personal understanding, so I use assistant interpreter and teachers. Sign language made me feel comfortable when teaching lessons. Sometimes sign language helped me better than English.
With teachers and interpreters involving themselves in the deaf community, even a tiny gesture can be heard.
I feel like I'm helping my kids in a way that I'm able to help them say, it's not that hard. Like, yes, it can be scary and overwhelming. We can do this together, and I can help you learn it, and then once you learn it, you're going to be successful.
No, you're not. For CTV News, I'm Gabby Carbone.
Wow, I never knew that people could have such interesting passions that assist others.
Yeah, but ASL isn't the only activity that impacts individuals. One former student uses her hobby to channel her emotions through music.
Well, music is how I express my emotions. Just like some people dance or some people paint, and I play the piano or the guitar or songwriting. I guess writing actually made me understand myself better, because when I'm writing lyrics, I don't just want to write any random words just to make up a song. I usually write about my feelings, and it's based on me. Every single line is based on how I feel and how I am. So I started to play music in middle school, and I guess I've always loved it, but I've always been pushing away the idea of doing music in the future, because traditionally in a Chinese household, music isn't a real career, I guess. But I've been thinking about it, and music, it's who I am, and I never want to give it up because it's so important. Whenever I'm playing on the piano or just freestyling a piece or whatever, I feel like my soul is dancing, as dramatic as that sounds, but that's how I feel every time I play.
The great thing about our community is the diversity in our people, including local family businesses.
One local spot is serving up breakfast in a new family-style fashion.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but sometimes life can get in the way of slowing down to enjoy this meal. That's when Max and Mo's comes in, with a fresh new take on how to fully appreciate this morning meal.
So Max and Mo's is obviously famous for their bagels. We bring the dough in fresh from New York City. We boil it here in the facility, and we bake it here and seed it here in the facility right in front of the customers. So bagels would be the #1 thing. We also cook our corned beef in-house, pastrami, a couple items that we're famous for.
Tying together community and good food, Max and Mo's does exactly that.
The feedback from the community has been unbelievable. During the week, we are to capacity during lunchtime. On the weekends, you can't get a table. We want to create more than one Max and Mo's. So this is, our area, this is where we live. So this is our test location, and we'll hope to go to many more locations.
Both of them, they just want plain bagels.
So Maxie and Milo are my twin boys. They're 6 years old. It's a family-oriented business, it's a family-oriented place, and we just want to make sure everybody's happy and leaves with a good taste in their mouth.
And with the taste just like home, Max and Mo's is really hitting the spot. For CTV News, this has been Matthew Schwam.
It's amazing to see how passionate people become about their hobbies.
And sometimes that enthusiasm can begin at a young age, like at our state competition, FSPA, where young journalists gather to learn lifelong lessons about the expanding field.
Good afternoon, FSPA. I'm Jenna Knight. And I'm Brianna Franco. Welcome to the 2018 FSPA State Convention. As of right now, competition is in full bloom, but not all of the journalists competing have experienced this before. For some, the Russia competition is a new endeavor that allows them to emerge from untamed imagination to creativity with a purpose.
They threw me out on that camera, and I just started talking, and it came naturally, so I've grown with it.
It is my first year, and I had 2 older sisters that have been experiencing this since they were in middle school. And it sounded like really fun, and I have always wanted to go on this trip, and I was really excited.
You know, not all journalists here are first-time competitors. Although some have competed for many years and have gained skills along the way, at FSPA there was always room to expand.
The real thing that has helped me to expand my knowledge on journalism has definitely been talking to my fellow student journalists. You can learn a lot from talking to the other student journalists from around the state, and people do things differently in different places, so it's just been fantastic to, share knowledge with each other.
We're here at the FSPA opening ceremony, where publications from all over the state gather after a long day of competing.
And while there are some traditions like this one that will always stick around, the convention is always branching out and finding new ways to evolve.
I don't think it's really changed. I think it's the kids have changed. I think they have started to really understand that they have a voice.
As the first day of competition comes to a close, we got the opportunity to experience how FSPA fosters the growth of journalism from beginners to experienced professionals.
To keep the convention flourishing, make sure to use the hashtag FSPA 2018 and show us how FSPA helps you emerge,
expand, and evolve.
Thank you for tuning in to this Cooper City edition of Broward Teen News.
Be sure to visit the Beacon website for more episodes. Have a great day.